You guys are both single. Okay, so this is like a broad subject, so I'll kind of narrow it down and just ask you some questions. So, have you guys used dating apps?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Tinder. Have you?
All of them.
All of them. Okay, cool. Have you ever been on a date off of a dating app?
Yeah.
You have. Okay. How went? Okay. Are you?
I mean, they were okay.
Okay. Just not into it.
I've just never met anybody like really great.
Like a
dating,
keeper.
Like quality.
Quality.
You know, you meet like casual situations.
Got it.
flings,
Like a couple creepos. You gotta dodge the creeps. You know?
Yeah, but I've met quite a few people who met their partners on dating apps, which I thought is wild.
Yeah.
Because I've never had that kind
Which
of
is
luck.
us. We
Y'all
actually
met on a dating app?
Yeah, we've been dating for almost 3 years, and we met on a dating app.
That's crazy.
I know, and I've never used dating apps. I was like not on Tinder and all that shit. So it was actually really random. I was on Raya, and he was on Raya, and 3 years later.
Raya was cool because it was a little bit more selective, so there wasn't as many weirdos.
100%.
There were still a couple weirdos, but
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of them, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She's like, big mistake.
You fucked up.
You will regret this.
Right.
Just kidding. Okay, what about you, Norman? Any dates?
Yeah, I've been on dates.
Okay. All right. Very vague. Very vague.
Were they good?
Yeah. Were they good?
Yeah, they were good.
Okay. Cool. But you're single. Okay. Cool. Just wasn't your vibe. Timing, maybe.
Nah, see, I could go into this as far as like this. So it's like, I feel like being in LA is different because not only are you dealing with people that have other lives and they come out here for other things that don't necessarily go with your vibe too, but you can meet good people just at the wrong time. See, the thing about LA is so many people come out here and the timing is not the right. So you might even have a good person, but the time for them might not fit with you and the time for you might not fit with them. Because anywhere else, it's like you go to school, you're done. Now it's like get into a relationship, have kids. Like the time is like very structured.
Yeah.
And when you come to LA, it's like you might meet somebody that's 22 that just got out here or 25 that just decided to follow their dreams last month, you know, or you might find somebody that's in different stages of their career. So I think it's not just about finding the right fit, but I feel like there's good people out here. It's just hard to match timing together as opposed to where you can match it anywhere else, because anywhere else is the same thing. You know, it's like, okay, I went to college. I have a job.
Yes.
I get off at this time. So now I have time to watch shows. I have time to meet people. I can invest energy into that person. But out here, it's like when you have a career that's so like you're your own CEO, you're your own boss, it's hard to find somebody where that shit meshes.
Unless you meet somebody who's in the industry as well.
Still, no, I don't necessarily.
Okay.
No, because that's what I'm saying. It has to like complement you and your shit. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody's shit isn't the same. You know, some people might be go. Some people might be in the same industry, but it's slower. So you know,
totally.
And some people want the benefits of it, but don't want everything that comes with it too. It's almost like a dog, right? Like when I go to Runyon Canyon, I see people running dogs. I'm like, oh, I want a dog. Then I get one, and I'm like, hell no, you know, because you gotta like come back.
It's almost like we can relate to that.
It's you gotta come like back. I feel your ass.
So it's like a lot of it is just time and growing with somebody.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a puppy on the balcony right now,
staring at me.
Like,
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I get down with what you're saying for sure.
No, that's a good perspective for sure. Because you know, I'm from the Midwest. You're from the Midwest, and how many friends we know? They're already married. They got kids. They've got multiple kids, and the same thing for them. They graduate college, get married right away. Same thing.
Yeah.
And no shade. It's just like that just wasn't my lifestyle ever. I would suffocate doing that shit. No shade to anybody who's doing it because it's like timing is everything. But yeah, you know, it ain't for me. So, have you guys been dating during COVID at all, or?
I tried dating.
Don't pay attention.
Don't pay attention to my puppy. I'm sorry, y'all.
Like, don't look at.
I tried during the summer.
Yeah.
And I met somebody, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I recently tried like a couple of months ago. But again, he was just trash. So.
Oh, he was trash.
Yeah.
What does that mean? He was trash.
It means that he was not honest with me about everything. He wasn't upfront, and I'm very vocal. I'm very easygoing.
Yeah,
I
you
lay
are.
it out for you, like right up front.
Yeah.
Like, just let me know what it is. Like, are you talking to anybody else? Like, what are you looking for? Just let me know.
Totally.
And the one thing that I hate about men, and a lot of men in LA, a lot of men period do this, they will lead you on and make it seem like they're all about you, gaslight the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And then, like, I have to find out through, however, I'm not looking for it, it just happens.
Yeah, the universe always shows you.
Yeah, that you're fucking, like, all these others right now.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's cool, especially if I'm involved with you. Don't tell me that you're only with me if you're not exclusive. Like, that's not safe.
And you know, I wanted to say that guys grow out of that, but I just don't know that there's
They
an
don't.
age. There's
Girl,
an age.
he was 42.
Oh.
And I thought,
She's
like,
spilling the tea.
Oh, sis.
He
I
was
thought that
42.
because he was older, like, oh, okay, I'm done with these
You
games.
should know better.
He should know better. 42?
No, but okay. I from a man's perspective, I'm hearing your story right now, and I just think online dating, it puts guys in a very weird position because it's like a numbers game, and like you're not committing any time beforehand with this person. So it's just like copy and paste. Here's my pickup line. Copy and paste. Okay, this person, this person, this person. I'm juggling three. No, but I'm saying because it's online. That's how it's like a video game, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very worried about this like new generation of young men coming in where like their primary way of dating is online versus, you know, dating apps were like a supplement. Yeah. And now we had a whole year of COVID where it's like, I'm not going to meet somebody random on the street. I have to find somebody online.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you are a wealthy guy or you're an attractive guy or whatever it is, then you find it's like a perfect storm because you go online and you're like, oh, I can have multiple girls a week online because the distribution system, so to speak, is streamlined now.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I don't know your specific story with this guy, but it's like they get a big head and they feel like they can just do whatever they want and they don't even care about people's feelings because they're like, well, I got people on the back burner or whatever it is. So it's weird.
But then it's like,
You
go ahead.
The younger guys that I've dated, there was like last year and then earlier this year, every guy that I hit it off with, I don't know if this says something about me, but they were all 25.
Wow.
And I just turned 31.
Yeah.
So it was like really weird that was happening because I wasn't looking for that. I preferred, you know, you be around my age. But every guy that was like great with communication and like initiated communication, like set up dates, all 25.
Wow.
And I was like, that's so weird because I thought the same about you. Like these young guys, they would just be playing games and all this.
Yeah.
Other stuff. And while we might not have been in a relationship, but I appreciated the transparency and the honesty.
Yeah, totally.
But I found that to be very interesting.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Norman?
About which part?
I mean,
there was a lot.
I mean, yeah.
There was a lot.
I don't know, like the dating and like the not being transparent, I guess. Do you feel like that's a pattern that you see or that you've ever experienced?
Well, there's also like a line that you cross in a relationship where it's like, at what point do I have to be transparent? At what point, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the thing too, is everybody is dealing with things and sometimes like they're guarded for a reason. You know, some people have been hurt and now it's like going into a new relationship, you don't want to be hurt. So you don't want to give up, you know, everything you are and then someone take advantage of it. So like, I can understand everybody, you know, I can see everything. I can see the whole picture, but I think the main thing is to just be in a place where you're happy with yourself. Because once you're happy with yourself, everything else will come to you. So
it's so funny that I never hear men condemn other men.
Never.
Ever.
I mean,
it's
I'm
like,
not condemning other men.
I'm saying, you know you aren't. That's what I'm saying.
But this is the thing though. Men have never changed.
Yeah.
Men have been like this for forever, right?
Okay.
Like your daddy's daddy, your daddy's daddy.
Yeah.
Everybody's dad has been the same thing. And then
Yeah.
what happens is they meet a woman and it makes them change. They meet a woman and they're like, you know what? When I met your mama, that's when I knew. That's who I cared about. Like, it's always a woman that changes a man, you know? So I've always felt like now, due to social media and due to girls with like, whatever they like, and I'm all for it. But at the same time, it's like women aren't changing men anymore the same way.
No.
And people aren't working through anything anymore.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
that's another thing too. It's like, it's like your parents been through shit. Your parents, everybody's parents or people have been through something.
Yeah.
Whether they're together or they're not together, but like they had to work through something together.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's like I don't have to work through something. I'll swipe right again.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So there's no loyalty with that. There's no
Yeah.
growth within that. So then we wonder why everyone's single. It's because you don't have to be together. At one time it was like, man, you live in the same town. You're the baddest, prettiest girl in the town.
That's
Will you
right. She
marry me?
is. She sure was.
Will you marry me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Will you marry me? Then all of a sudden it's like, wait,
Yeah.
you have access to every town. And it's like, wait a minute.
Now you got 90 days.
Yeah.
And see, that's so funny that's
that's
your perspective, because and it's valid, but like you have access to all these towns, but it's like I don't think that we think like that. Like, yeah, like you could probably get any day you want, but like you're looking in your own circle and you're trying to find that. I don't think you guys are trying. So if it falls into your lap, then you're like,
you gotta
cool.
understand, men are wired different than women.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're wired different for a reason. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
to
there's
sow
certain
your royal
things.
oats.
No,
yeah.
it's not just to sow. It's like
Okay,
like
coming to
there's
America.
things that you have. There's things that women have that are nurturing.
Yeah.
Like you have great, amazing qualities. Men have great, amazing qualities too, right?
Yeah.
So it's made so that we can become what? Together, right? That's
Okay.
why we have a baby, right?
Balance.
Man and woman equal a kid, right? So
Right.
we come together to where we complete each other, not necessarily compete with each other. But then
Okay.
once we start competing with each other within our differences, that's where things start getting shaky, where it's like, you know,
Not
it gets crazy.
okay. Yeah. I feel what you're
crazy.
saying.
Well, this is something that we talked about where back in the day, like the 70s, 80s, like people really needed to create families and get married to survive. Like if they wanted a certain lifestyle, if they wanted that American dream, that house, they need to split the rent. They need to split the mortgage. They need like that
Kids at
household,
work
that household
Yeah.
income.
Fun.
Now it's like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of young people don't really
yeah.
need
Now
that.
we got the
No.
bag.
Right.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Things change, but this is the thing, is like our natures are our nature.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you put like the same way you put yourself in a position that benefits you, right? The reason why you're even out here where you like, I can't do that
Yeah.
at home because that's not your nature.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And if
Totally.
you were there, you would be miserable.
Yeah.
So you put yourself in a situation where your nature allows you to be successful. But
Totally.
your nature has always been your nature.
Yeah. 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree
So
with
it's like men and women, we all have a different nature that completes each other. But see, once things are changing, we're not adapting to the change as fast as previous generations adapted to it. Because it's new to us, right? Your parents can't tell you how to have a relationship that's healthy in this day and age because they
Right.
never lived in this day and age. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So any advice that they're giving you is advice for their time,
Totally.
right? So that's what I'm saying. It's like things change, and adaptation is all about survival.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely am seeing less married couples, or maybe it's because we live in Los Angeles.
It's Los Angeles.
Maybe it's Los Angeles.
But I mean, I think only one of my friends is getting married. She's getting married
Yeah.
later this year.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
most of my friends in other states, they're single.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
But yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are let me take this off. A lot of people are not really valuing like their happiness.
Yeah.
Because I know plenty of people in relationships that are miserable.
Yeah.
And they cheat and they probably hitting you guys up, whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's people that are so miserable, but
Yeah.
they're stuck, right?
100%.
Whether they live with them or they have kids with them or they try, like they're just so miserable. And there's people that are single and they're happy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, once you and that's what I was saying earlier, it's like once you value you, then everything kind of comes to you like at the right time, and the right people come because you're honest and true with yourself. The same way you were saying, like the people that you respect are the people that were honest with themselves, whether it's the right time or it's the wrong time, but it's transparency. But then once you get into a situation where you're lying to make somebody feel good because you want sex, or you're just trying to be deceitful or manipulative, then that's where things get really shaky.
But I also do think there's a certain level of responsibility, and I guess that we must have for each other, like a brotherhood that I feel like a lot of men don't have, where you guys should be like maybe not giving advice, but like having the conversation of like to be a better man, to be a better dude, to hold each other responsible instead of being like, oh yeah, shawty got a fat ass. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you about this. Though,
Okay.
Is because we all go through things, right?
Yeah.
But I feel as men, no one teaches us how to deal with things.
Totally.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if a girl hurts me, the first thing my friends are saying is like, fuck a bunch of bitches.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right,
That's how you get over her. You see what I'm saying? We don't really have a blueprint how to deal with our issues and our problems.
Yeah.
So what happens is we take that into the next relationship, So like a lot of men, we don't like our first heartbreak, we carry that with us for half damn near our life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
To where it's like the girl that fucked me over in high school, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like we deal with that because like we come out the womb thinking like, okay, treat somebody with respect, treat somebody like this.
Yeah.
And the girl that we first meet, right, majority of the times, like that's not what they're attracted to. That's what they want. But then it comes off like you're a sucker, you're lame, like I don't really like you being nice because like at that time they're not really attracted to that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So then we go on to the next level where it's like, you know what? These girls aren't attracted to nice guys, so I'm gonna be an asshole because that's what this girl.
I think
wants.
that's a male ego thing that you
guys
have put in your head. I don't think that's true because I've never felt like that about a man.
It's not. But have you ever had a man that liked you a lot and you didn't like him at all?
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with the fact that he was nice. But I don't have to like him because he's nice.
But that's his perspective.
Well, then his perspective is skewed because just because you're being nice to me doesn't mean I have to like you.
What would his perspective be then?
Well, if
I'm nice to you and you don't treat me good, what is my perspective?
Are we dating or are you just liking me? Because there's a difference.
Say we're dating.
Okay. And if you're being nice to me, if I'm with you, I obviously like you. But what I'm saying is like, just because a dude is nice to me and like we're not dating, I don't have to like him.
Let's break down what Norman's saying a little bit.
Okay.
Because this is a real thing that guys experience. There are times when you're uber nice to a girl and they put you in the friend zone.
Yeah.
And then it might even be that same girl. And now all of a sudden you act like you don't give a shit.
That's everybody though.
And all of a sudden she starts kind of like looking over at you. Like, what are you about?
Y'all do the same thing though.
That works both ways.
Ways.
Okay, but that's kind of what he's saying. And it is a real thing. So we got to at least acknowledge that.
Okay.
That does exist.
She's saying it doesn't exist.
No, what I'm saying is that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse
not,
for men to be an asshole.
Yes.
But listen.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen to this. It's not about it being an excuse to do something, but it's a reason why someone does what they do. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Trying to protect
themselves
or their feelings.
If I come in guarded and I don't open up, it's not an excuse as to why I am. There's a reason to why I am.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, there's a reason for everything. I totally
There's a reason
accept
people
that.
are guarded. Some people are fragile. We're not all the same.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to make this full circle, going back to what you were saying originally was, I think a lot of guys, they have a line that once it's crossed of like, oh, we're committed or we're in a relationship, then it kind of switches to now I'm treating you like my woman. Mm-hmm. But before that line crosses, it's like a game, not necessarily a game, but it's like I'm the alpha male. I'm going to like be flirtatious with you. Like I'm maybe not going to give too much. And so that line has to be communicated.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And so the guy has no conscience of, oh, I'm talking with other girls, but who cares? Like, why does she need to know if I'm talking to other girls?
And,
She's not my girlfriend.
Here's
you
the
get
thing.
What I'm saying?
This is one thing that I think is important for women to know. Because I experienced this at a young age. I was too nervous to have the conversation of, are we exclusive? Because I didn't want to seem like I was being clingy. I didn't want to seem like I was doing too much. I didn't want to seem like I was moving too fast. So for me, not being like, so like, what are we? Really fucked me up in the long run because I thought we were exclusive and we weren't. Mm-hmm. And he was doing what he was doing, but I was only messing with him. So I think that conversation is very important. And sometimes girls don't want to say it because it just seems like you're doing a lot. But that little part of communication can save you so much drama. So much fucking drama. So that's really important for women to know. Seriously. So
define
communication.
Define the relationship.
Yeah, you got to define it, straight up. Because people will be out here doing whatever, like dating 4 or 5 people, different countries, different cities. It don't matter.
And this is just me pulling from my single years, so don't take any offense from this.
What you about to say?
There is an art form to keeping things very casual where it doesn't get to that point, and guys will do that.
There's an art form.
Yeah.
Friendship.
And what is the reason for that, you're saying?
I'm saying guys will do that on purpose so that they can juggle 3 or 4 girls.
Got it.
And you have hookups that go on for 6 months to 12 months, but you're still casual. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
we all been there.
Yeah, maybe you're only meeting
Figure
up
out
like
what you like.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Figure out what you like.
And you got to appreciate all
but let me
types
ask
of
you a question.
relationships.
Have you ever juggled 3 guys at once?
Yeah.
Okay, you have. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was like predominantly a male thing. I wasn't sure.
When I say juggle, I'm also saying like you might only see that person like once every 2 months.
But they're still in your phone radar.
Yeah, but like you're appreciating what you bring to each other, I guess, you know, whether that's just good sex or good companionship or whatever it is. And you're like, we both kind of know that this isn't going to be boyfriend and girlfriend thing, but you know, we do, I don't know.
Interesting. Okay,
so that does exist.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree with that.
And maybe one of the people wants it to be more than the other person. And then it's just kind of like, let's never define the relationship.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys see yourself getting serious with anybody anytime soon? Are you looking for that? Or are you just kind of just like letting the universe, you know, have its way? Are you looking avidly for anyone right now? Either one of you?
Looking avidly, no.
Okay.
I haven't met anybody really in LA since I've lived here.
Yeah.
That I wanted to have that conversation with.
Okay. Totally.
It's, you know how you were saying, like, you can just swipe through the next if you don't, you know, if they do something that you don't like or whatever. I think it's different for women because we really look for somebody that we can connect with, whether we want it to be serious or not. But finding somebody that I just get along with is difficult.
Yeah, okay.
Like finding somebody who has similar interests as me, you know, it's very challenging here because there's so many men who are surface level, so many men cannot hold a conversation that's, you know, about anything below the surface, you know, about politics, about news, about their feelings.
Okay.
You know?